You wanna learn about Conic sections? This is the video for you. Circles are used in everyday life. The pictures that are shown show some examples how we as people use circles, as in tires. Tires are used in every vehicle that you see.
Most vehicles.
Every vehicle. Well, that ride on the road, obviously. Even bikes.
They create a horizontal force which propels your car forward, and they provide more friction, on the road. And it's an everyday use of
the circle
tire, pretty much. I guess you could say circles are kind of related to spheres, and spheres, my bad. Spheres are one of the strongest shapes. Your head is shaped like a sphere for a reason. Ellipses, what do we think of when we say ellipses? We think of ovals, maybe circles, a bent circle, I guess that's the best way to describe it, sort of a squish circle. Anyways, a real life example of an ellipse would be the sun and the planets orbiting the sun. They have elliptical, or basically an elliptical type shape, and basically how it works is there's two center points, one being the sun and one being a given distance in space from the sun, and the earth is the x and y axis, or the x and y point, basically. You have an ellipse, and you also you could apply this to satellites too. They orbit around the earth. Now when you think of things orbiting in space, most people think they're circular, but that's actually not true. They have more of an elliptical type motion to them, and that's an application in real life. Thank you. I mean, the telescope's been worked on and repaired over the years, but basically it works much like your eye. Like, the images you see there are not visible to the human eye. In fact, the Hubble telescope doesn't work like a regular telescope, but the those beautiful colors you're seeing are actually gamma rays and UV rays not visible to the eye. They're invisible, but Hubble can pick those up. But anyways, your eye, well, actually, concave and convex mirrors are shaped like a parabola. They have the same exact shape, and what they do is they reflect light, they reflect light to a point, which is basically your focal point. This applies to like physics and stuff like that, but it's basically how your eye works and how Hubble works too. It's basically taking in light and reflecting that to one point, and that's how it gives you a clear image of space, and you get to see all that. Also, like nearsighted and farsighted people, it's the same thing. They need prescription glasses in order to bend the light rays which go into the eye, and then they focus the focal point to the retina, giving you a clear image. That's how you see better. But that is a real life application of a parable.